God bless the internet. So many things to search for, so many questions finally answered. For example, what does my date do for a living? You can search for every single footprint they have done in their lifetime, which is kind of creepy. But I think Donna would have loved to have that power. It would have saved her tons of money and the annoyance of falling in love and marry a scam artist. Donna built her business in her mid to late 20s and focused on till she realized she was almost 40 and single. She wanted to fall in love and get married, so Donna ventured into online dating. This was in 1996, so not a lot of technology going on there, but still, she found someone who intrigued her.
Late 40s, Sean Connery lookalike, ex-Green Beret, but I baby talk to my dog.
The ad was placed by a local widower, a transplanted Australian named James Montgomery.
Sean Connery look-alike, huh? I mean, first catfish red flag here. I'm gonna shrug it off as high self-esteem.
Yes, queen!
They met in person, and in my opinion, the date sounded like an interview. As in, Donna was the boss. Only that wasn't her vibe. James started spitting all this resume to her. He was a Hollywood scriptwriter, had tons of business ready to be launched. He wanted to create a new TV channel in Atlantic City. So basically the dude was screaming,
"Hey, I have money, okay? Don't you worry about it."
Again, big ego talking. But it worked on Donna. After that day, James will send her cards, poetry, and lots of emails, making Donna feel wanted. It was exciting for her.
This is the love of my life.
It's interesting how James was moving way too fast. But Donna didn't seem to mind. She barely knows this person. They are escalating the relationship at light speed and nothing is being done to stop and assess what's happening. How fast, you ask? They had their first date, then all the emails and poems, and 4 days later, James proposed, and she said yes. Now, I must say some couples meet and get married in less than a week and they spend their entire lives together. But I think there are 3 types of personalities involved in these fast marriages. The easily adaptable, people who are quick to find a way to merge with their new partner and work their way into finding a new balance. The impulsive ones who are fascinated by the thrill of a new adventure, and the needy ones. They feel lonely and think this is their only option. My guess, Donna falls into the latter option. 4 months later, and they had their wedding day. Their marriage was rocky from the beginning, although she didn't want to acknowledge it. Donna said how confident James seemed to be, and that was enough for her. But the reality was Donna was the sole breadwinner in the relationship. All those projects James claimed he had were not bringing any money to the table. She will pay for his multiple business trips. He claimed to be traveling because of his TV business.
He showed me one of his proposals for the businesses, and then he says, "You know, by the way, Donna, you really should invest in this. $5,000 will get you several points of ownership." I felt like he was looking out for me.
James asked Donna if she was interested in another business opportunity, slot machines.
$20,000.
He sold the idea to her, and to be honest, it seems like she knew next to nothing about what James was involving himself in. Didn't even bother to investigate all those business adventures he was taking. James' words were enough for her. It's crazy to think that a man with so many sources of income but no money whatsoever will convince a business owner who's paying for everything in their marriage from the beginning. They were broke and in debt. They had no money. As Donna's paycheck arrived, James will spend it immediately.
James was away on a business trip, and I needed a phone number. So I went to his desk, and I open up one drawer, and I find a stack of Polaroid photographs. And they're photographs of naked women.
When he returned home, he found a very angry Donna and a bunch of Polaroids of naked ladies. He claimed to be women in his past and he couldn't let go of the pictures. That's very creepy. But Donna believed him. She had to. 2 years invested in the marriage. I think she didn't want to quit because she was already there, and leaving her husband because of money problems will be bad optics. Things got so bad, she was thinking of pawning her wedding ring to buy groceries. So she asked James where were they. He was going to another business trip, so before he left, he told her he had the rings in a locked box in his office. She quickly found the keys, and soon after, the box.
I found all this evidence that he had been scamming not only me, but 20 or 30 other women. And essentially, he funded his lifestyle by meeting women and taking their money. I started finding photographs of all these women that he was involved with and his correspondence with these different women.
Oh, but it wasn't just other wives. He had a child, a baby that was born while they were dating. Donna was shocked, but now she had an excuse to pull the plug on the marriage. So she did. She left the house and she had a last conversation with her soon ex-husband. He pleaded with her to return home because she was the love of his life, blah, blah, blah. She refused, and that was the last time they talked.
And one of my calls was to a woman in Florida who was a friend of the woman who he had a child with. I left him, and 10 days later, he married her, so he committed bigamy.
Not even bigamy, the dude was married to a bunch of women.
I was very hard on myself. I was like, how could you be so stupid? How could you be so gullible? And the reason is because of that psychological manipulation that goes on.
I don't know her, but it seems to be the case of, I'm turning 40, quick, bring me a dude so I can get married and start saying my husband a lot. She just wanted a husband before 40, hence why she overlooked every single red flag James would throw at her face. 2.5 years later, Donna divorced the dude and she sued him for financial fraud. $227,000 lost on this Sean Connolly botched clone. The judge ruled for James to pay the sum plus $1 million. That's cool, right? Well, James didn't have a source of income, so no money for Dawn. Well, $526. Finally, 4 years later, she got the idea of Googling this fuck to see what he was doing, and bam! Here it is, in Australia and working in a university on their radio station. Look who has a new income source. Donna hired an Australian attorney to sue him again. James didn't respond to the lawsuit, so he was forced into bankruptcy.
When Donna tipped off a group that investigates military imposters that James had been falsely posing as a war hero, he became the subject of newspaper articles and lost his job at the radio station as a result.
She didn't get the money back, but canceled the dude into oblivion. I still wonder why James didn't change his name and used another one. It could have been way easier on him, no? I think his ego was the one driving the car. The clown car. Donna got married later to a man she loves and is loved by him. So, overall, great ending. She has a website called lovefraud.com, which is still running to this day. Go check it out. And James, still using his real name, is looking for another dummy to defraud. What are your thoughts on this? Like I said before, shotgun weddings can work if the right mindset is involved. But in this case, Donna wanted a fairy tale before 40. She disregarded every signal the universe was giving to her and ended up with a man whom she will remember for the rest of her life. Please subscribe and give the video a like. It really helps. Here is a woman who fell in love with a hero and later found out he was actually the enemy. Thank you for watching.
Some lady, sooner or later, is going to go off the deep end and blow this guy's head off with a pistol, and I would call that justifiable homicide.